Hello wonderful people and welcome. I'm Lana and I wanted to show you the miniature Zine that I've created. I've been inspired by painting the small microscapes, as I call them, which actually was the name that a friend gave those tiny landscapes that I've painted before, which you can see in the previous video. And inspired by those, I thought, well, what if I make a tiny Zine? And I just did. It's a super simple fold, which I have created a tutorial and I will post it soon, that I use to paint many tiny landscapes. When starting out, I was still figuring out what is possible to make, what I can achieve, what techniques I can use on such a small scale, and how can I do them. It needed a little bit of improving and a little bit of testing out. So what you see here are my first attempts of just figuring out how I can paint and how can I achieve the effects that I want to achieve, which are simple for me on a bigger scale, of course, but with the tiny ones, it's a little bit more complicated. The first one is a mountain that I'm painting. I wanted to create clouds in the sky, and as you know, clouds can be really tricky to paint. But I feel like I did it quite well on such a tiny scale. I had to twist the tissue a bit to get a very fine tip to remove some of the paint. But it has created such a lovely soft clouds in the sky that I'm really happy with the result. Then I painted the mountain. I mixed a very pale gray that I used to create a texture with. Up until now, everything is painted with a size 4 brush. It's not a tiny brush, as you know, and I've mentioned the supplies that I'm using in my last video. It's still the tiny LanaGoesArt palette and the synthetic brushes. I'm still pretty sure that the synthetic brushes, are the best option for the miniature paintings, at least for me, because they don't have so much water that I would overwhelm the paper. But you will see in the next painting actually that it still can be tricky. The amount of water makes the paint flow so much that it can mix in a way that I don't want it to mix, or that I cannot foresee. And even if it moves only for like a centimeter or two, it's still a lot on such a tiny scale because I want to achieve the details. And if they're smaller, of course, I don't have so much space to play and let it move as such. But still, I managed to create a result that I like. As mentioned, it's just my way of figuring out, and I've been lucky enough to have let the camera roll while I painted these. Of course, you probably have seen the results. I have posted them already on Kara and previously on Instagram before I removed the app due to reasons. But I felt like the process in itself is also pretty important to watch if you want to figure out how it works and how I achieved what I achieved. So the video is in real-time speed. Nothing is sped up. This is actually how fast or slow I paint. There are very limited cuts. So I hope that it's okay for you. Let me know in the comments if this is too boring, if I should speed it up again, because I know opinions vary and some people find sped up videos too fast because they want to see the process in detail, which I totally understand, and I'm very open to showing it, which I also do on streams. Like, you can watch me paint this in real time and chat with me if you want to, but I also understand that some people just want to have the sped up video to not spend so much time. If this is something you want, you can always speed up the video on YouTube, like the play speed. As you can see, I've added a little bit of blue to the darker areas of the mountain, and I have left a little soft cloud in the lower right corner with a very soft edge, because I kind of like the result of that. It can be tricky to paint for me sometimes, so I like to add challenging details for the painting for me. I hope you understand. I don't know. Sometimes I want to challenge myself while still feeling relaxed about it. I don't know if you have the same feelings like I do, but it's like trying something new, trying to figure something out, but also not stress myself over it, so I can focus on improving, but at the same time be really happy with the process and the results. It's very rewarding for myself, and if you can find that sweet spot for you, I hope you do, because it's very, very nice to have. Now we're starting the new painting. As you can see, I'm starting out with the background again, which will be again a sunset feeling. I have chosen different landscapes for the painting, sometimes mountains, sometimes sky, sometimes there's a seascape. I don't know. I have some forests and everything. Fields, just to switch it up a little bit. And while I painted these, I kept thinking about what if I went on adventures. I've been following some D&D campaigns on YouTube with wonderful stories and spoken by voice actors. I'm actually listening to German ones. I know there are English ones too. And it's been super nice to listen to. And while painting these, I kept thinking, okay, what if I was on an adventure? Where would I go? Would this be scary? What scenario would be played in that particular landscape? And it went from scary to wholesome and beautiful and sunny in the process of the paintings. I will show a few more of them too. So here you can see that the paint flowed a little bit too much for my liking. The red has vanished, so I have to reintroduce it again to get the color blend that I want, which is not bad. I had to figure out how this works. I feel like a lot of painting is also not only predicting and knowing how it's going to work, which is part of it, but also being able to fix mistakes and fix things and kind of guide the paint and painting into a direction that you want to have. I feel like I'm pretty confident doing that at the moment. But I remember times when fixing mistakes on the go was more challenging for me. Which, we all learn, we all grow, and it's totally okay for me. I don't mind that development. There's a little bit of blooming happening during the drying process here, and I'm fine with that. It will not be bad in the final result, because now it's going to be a seascape, and now I'm adding the landscape around it in different colors, brownish tones, and I think in the end it's almost completely black that I'm using. I have mixed the grays for the landscapes myself with this palette a lot, but I also sometimes used the black in the palette just to, I don't know, if it's there and I need like that strong black like I used in the last landscape for the trees where it's really black. I don't feel as bad using it for that, which I probably would not do on bigger paintings, so I'm sorry. So now that I've shared what was fascinating for me this summer, I'm really curious to hear what was fascinating for you this summer, because I know people obsess, and I mean it in the nicest way possible, about different things. And I'm very curious what your passions led you to. It can be anything, right? I've been painting lots of pets too this year. I'm actually open for commissions. I have started commissions for pet portraits. So if you want me to paint one for you, you can check other paintings I've made on my site, which is linked down below. And if you feel like commissioning a portrait of your beautiful, beautiful pet, feel free to do so and email me. I also have some other news. This is very eventful summer, and I know I haven't been posting that much, but I want to, and I'm trying, and I'm really working on it. But so it will be a very eventful autumn too, for me at least, because I'm moving soon. It's going to be a long distance move, and my partner and I try to plan it as well as possible, to pack things already. And it's going to be in 1.5 months, which isn't such a big time now when I think of it. Yeah, but we will go to a different town, different space, and I'm looking forward to it, to a change of scenery, more possibilities. It's going to be a bigger town with an actual art shop. I can go and shop art supplies in person finally, which I'm living here in a very small town, which is not possible now. But I'm looking forward to be able to do things in real life. I'm also looking forward to do urban sketching more and some plein air paintings, which I have started doing this year here too, which I also shared on social media already. So I'm really excited for that. Of course, it also means that I'll have to pack up lots of things, and in a new place I'm going to have a studio with a door where I'll be freer to do voiceovers and streams and also videos, as well as writing tutorials and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I can see it all happening. I'm also kind of planning a perfect setup for the studio, which I don't know what to do yet. I'm sorry that this is turning out to be kind of a vlog thing while I paint this tiny landscape. I'm really sorry. As you can see, I'm adding some white clouds now, just a final detail. It's a different way to add clouds than I did previously, by dabbing away some of the wet paint. But yeah, if you have ideas and tips on how to create a perfect filming studio for art with a camera that will hang over my head, let me know. Share the links on Discord. Join Discord. The link is down below as well. It's very appreciated. My desk color will change. I will go from this dark desk that I have used for almost a decade now, to a lighter color, which I hope is friendlier for the videos, but also, things are changing, and I hope they're changing for the better, which I'm really hope for that they do. I will keep you updated, and once the studio has been built and set up, I will make my first studio tour ever, because right now it's just a corner of my office. It's actually my working desk that I'm filming at. It's not presentable at all. My art supplies are scattered around the office, and when I have finally a room for that, like with drawers, and shelves that are dedicated for my art stuff only. Oh my god, this is a dream coming true. And I'm very thankful for my lovely partner who is supporting of this endeavor. And yeah, I will share that. I will share whatever is happening there, and I will share the final result. So if you have questions about that, let me know too. I will take notes and try to answer all of them. I'm very open when it comes to sharing my knowledge and anything really. So if you feel like there's something you want to know, just ask. I love sharing this, and I feel like communication is key in so many ways, and that is really hard to figure out sometimes what's happening and what you can do and how to do things. So if I can help, I will. Now you see me paint the final details with really, really dark black. So I feel like, I don't know what I used there, but I feel like it was black that I used, which is lovely. If you have an indigo in your palette, you can use that too. It looks really nice using indigo instead of black, honestly. Oh, I kind of want to paint with indigo now. Oh well. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for being here. Bye!